Hi everybody, foXnoMad here, and today I want to help you travel smarter by showing you how to make another Turkish vegetarian, this time not vegan, dish with my favorite cook, my mom.
Hello everyone.
So today we're gonna make börek, which is a pastry dish. It's not sweet, it's a savory dish, and you can put all sorts of things in it, like potatoes, you can put meat, you can put cheese. So you can put a bunch of things, but today we're gonna make it with spinach, onions, and tomatoes, which is pretty standard one. And the way we're gonna cook this is almost vegan. The only animal product is gonna be egg. You can maybe remove the egg if you want, but
It doesn't turn out as good as it should.
maybe you could try it without the egg.
Yeah.
Or don't. Yeah. So anyway, this is fully vegetarian, and we're gonna show you how to cook it. And it's pretty easy. It takes about
An hour and a half.
yeah, just an easy hour and a half. So all right, if you're ready to watch, we're ready to cook.
Okay.
So the first thing we're gonna do is
Wash the spinach thoroughly. Chop onions and the spinach and the tomato, just one tomato, and saute it in olive oil.
all right. So when you're done chopping, how much olive oil do you put?
2 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan.
Like this. So you're
Like
gonna put
this.
2, maybe 3 tablespoons.
Yes.
Like 3 tablespoons of olive oil in a pan like this. You're gonna take everything you chopped, put it in the pan.
Yes, and saute them.
Now you add 1 tablespoon of black pepper and 2 teaspoons of salt.
You put it on medium heat until it softens and sauteed.
So how long do we let those tomatoes and spinach saute?
At least 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay. Then what's the next step?
Then you prepare the filo dough. So this is the mixture that goes in the börek. 1 egg, 2 cups of water, and 3 tablespoons of oil.
And then you mix it.
You mix them. Yes. First you put olive oil in the pan so it won't stick. And I sprinkle some black cumin seeds.
So now the next step is to open the dough.
Yeah, each bag has 3 layers of filo dough, but because it is being frozen and then kept in the refrigerator, you cannot take them apart, so I kind of tear them apart. This is the first layer.
And you put those in the pan.
Yes. Make a base layer here to cover the bottom of the pan with some sides going over the sides. In between layers you put the mixture of egg, water and olive oil. And then you put another layer. It doesn't matter whether they are even or not, you just tear them apart.
And then after each layer you put more of the egg and water mix.
Oh, the mixture, yes. And after you use half of the dough, you put your spinach, onion and tomato mix.
After it's been sauteed.
Yes. You just spread it on the dough.
How many layers do you put?
Total 3.
3 layers. So 1 layer dough, 1 layer mixture, 1 layer dough, 1 layer
Right.
mixture.
In that order. And then you bag it. And then the rest of the mixture you pour it on the börek. And what I do is like I cut it through the dough so that the mixture goes all over the börek. And remember, we put black cumin seeds on the bottom of the pan. Now we'll spread some more on the top.
So then how long do we leave the börek on the stove?
At least 1 hour, but like after the first hour, first 30 minutes, you check the bottom. If it is brownish, then it's ready to be turned over for the other side to be cooked.
So since we have time, we're gonna make Turkish tea, which goes well with börek, which is pretty easy to make. It's just a couple of steps. And so we're gonna take this cooking time for tea time. So to do this, you need a 2-layer teapot like this one and some Turkish tea, loose leaf, not tea bags. So you fill the bottom of the pot up pretty full, and then you put 3 tablespoons of loose leaf tea into the little filter like this one. Can you do it without the filter?
Yes, you can, but then you have to use another filter when you are pouring the tea to avoid the leaves.
So then now you put the teapot on the stove with the bottom half full of water and the top half empty, and you're gonna let that come to a boil. And when the bottom starts boiling, you're gonna take that and pour it into the top so that you can allow it to soak in with the tea leaves on the top, and you let it cook. Basically, the time limit for this is the time it takes for the bottom part to boil. Pour the second part in the top, so you have boiling water then on the bottom and the top. And then when you have the water on the top, you let it sit for about 5, maybe 10 minutes. Let the tea leaves soak up all of the water, and then you're ready to go.
If you pour it before it simmers, the top part, then the tea tastes bad.
All right, so we're going to check one more time just to see if it's ready. That's ready.
Now it's time to flip it over, but there are 2 ways. One is put a large plate on the pan and
Flip them both over.
And then put the börek on the pan again so that the other side will be cooked. Or I have developed my own easy way. You just put the spatula under the börek halfway and then flip it over.
Now, how long does it stay on the uncooked side?
At least 10-15 minutes, but I'm so happy that the flip over operation was successful.
All right, and now because you have to wait about 30 minutes once it's done cooking, so it's 15 minutes to cook, and it will look like that on both sides, that little bit of the sort of the charred brownness. And because it takes about 30 minutes for it to cool, you don't want to cut it while it's hot. So you have to wait 30 minutes. So in preparation, we already made some. So we're going to show you what it looks like when it's finished and when you can cut it after about 30 minutes.
And it goes great with the tea that we made.
So what you want to do is pour about half of the tea part first. If you want strong tea, maybe do a little bit less if you want it a little bit lighter. And then you're going to put the boiling water from the bottom part of the pot on top. So there you have it. That's börek. This is the final result of what it looks like. Basically dough, spinach, dough, and you can fill it with whatever you want. So now it's time to eat. But thank you for cooking and showing us how to make this.
The best part is, Anal, I have to be honest, the best part is to be on video with you. So happy that you chose me as your cook.
That's a wholesome moment. All right,
okay.
Now it's time to eat.
Yes, eat and drink.
So you can fill this with pretty much anything you want, right?
Yes. I haven't tried it yet, but I heard that leeks work really good with this börek. So I'm going to try it next time I make börek.
And the key is to get the dough soft, right? So that it bounces a little bit like this.
Yes.
So if you want to make it vegan, you could probably use some sort of egg substitute.
Maybe, yeah, of course, you can. You can.
But yeah, thanks everybody for watching. Thank you for cooking. I'm gonna leave the notes on how to make all of this down in the description below. And while you're down there, hit the like and subscribe buttons. I'll have new videos for you every week, and I will see you in the next video.
Bye.
So is it?